Well, thank you all so much for joining us here on America's flagship for this very special announcement. Welcome aboard the United States. As you all know, the SS United States Conservancy has been working tirelessly to ensure that this national treasure educates, endures, and inspires for generations to come. The road has sometimes been rocky, or I guess we should say the seas have sometimes been choppy, but over these past 3 years, we've been joined by thousands from across the land and around the world who see the historic significance of this great vessel and refuse to let her go down. However, we must acknowledge that our flagship remains in peril. Last month, it became apparent that if we didn't find a donor who would save this historic propeller, we would be forced to sell it to a recycler to pay the ship's expenses. We undertook a nationwide search for a champion, and Jim Pollin has answered that call. It is my extraordinary honor and privilege to introduce Jim Pollin.
Thank you, Susan. And thank you for the opportunity. And thank you all for being here on this hot day. I'd like to welcome you all on board the USS United States. In my business over the last 20 years, I've welcomed thousands of people on board ships, but never a U.S. carrier. When I was walking up the gangway, I could hear ghosts of thousands of passengers, happy passengers coming on board this vessel. When they were leaving Europe and they boarded this ship, they were home. They felt like they were home. And that's what this ship did. And it's now our responsibility to give this ship a home. I'm emotional because it's the first time I've been on this ship. And it's a national monument, just like the Washington Monument or the Statue of Liberty or the Empire State Building. We need to SOS, save our ship. Thank you.
Handshake in good order?
Let's see how we do this behind still right. There we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Jim.
Yes.
Yes. Jim's generosity will ensure that this gorgeous propeller stays right here where it belongs. And now it is up to us to make sure that we save the rest of the ship.
I just want to let you know some of the things that we're working on up in New York so that you understand that we do have a plan in place. Many people ask us why they should continue to support our efforts, especially when no definitive answer has yet emerged regarding the final location and disposition of the ship. The answer is very simple. This is the SS United States we're talking about. It's a living symbol of our country. And the way we treat this symbol will send very clear signals domestically and internationally about America's sense of self in the 21st century. Our team in New York is engaged in detailed negotiations for redevelopment of the ship at 2 potential sites. One of them is in Manhattan and one of them is in Brooklyn. New Yorkers of all walks of life now have an important decision to make. Will they accept this great gift, loved and cared for by Philadelphians for so long, and welcome the SS United States back home? We feel strongly that they will. She was the pride of New York and indeed the entire country from 1952 to 1969. And now it's time for her to show that she can and must become an important icon on the waterfront once again, creating jobs, generating revenue, teaching and inspiring new generations, and offering much needed hospitality, culture, education, and public space. We are on the cusp of success after a very long and trying journey, and we need to bring our ship home together.
However, without additional support from public officials, private donors, we really are only months away from the unthinkable. Destroying our nation's flagship would send exactly the wrong message here at home and abroad about how we as a nation view our historical accomplishments, our present-day challenges, and our dreams for the future. Nothing this big and this important that bears the name of our great nation should be left to rust or, worse, scrapped. So time is running out, but we can do this, and we thank Jim Pollin for his vision, his confidence in our effort, his extraordinary generosity, and now let's save our ship. Thank you so much to all of you for being here.